Hey guys, I am so excited for our project today. So today we are going to be learning about color theory, how colors mix, and we're going to be doing that with our watercolors today. So we are also going to be learning a little bit about pattern, line. As you can see here, I have lots of patterns and lines. So what we are doing today is we are drawing vases. And you see with all these vases how I made them overlap? Well, I showed you their inspiration picture before on how we are going to be showing our color and color mixing. So what we are going to be doing is I need everyone to have a sponge, some watercolors, clean water, a paintbrush. Any size will do, but we probably want it to be a little bit bigger. We don't want to be painting with a toothpick. And then a crayon to draw our design on our paper. So, when we start, well, first of all, you are going to start out by drawing these vases. Alright? So, I'm going to give you guys some time to do that, and then we will check back and start painting. Okay, when we are painting this, we are only going to be using our primary colors. And our primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. Primary means no other colors can make that. You can't make red out of anything. You can't make blue out of anything. And you can't make yellow out of anything. But with a color like orange, which is a secondary color, you can make that by mixing red and yellow. So, this is how we are going to do this. So, I'm going to start out with red, just because that's one of the first colors. And so, I am going to paint red in this vase over here. And if you'll notice when you start painting that the crayon repels the water and the paint. So, that's why we're using crayons, so it doesn't bleed. We don't want this bleeding everywhere, because colors are only supposed to mix where they're supposed to. Then we are going to do the next primary color, which is yellow. So we are going to paint this vase yellow. More water. And when you're using watercolor, to activate the paint, you mix water in with your paintbrush. The more water, the lighter the color will be, and the less water, the thicker the color will be. But you don't want to do too little water, because then the paint won't go on smoothly. It'll be pretty hard to move your paintbrush on the table or on the paper. Whoops, sorry guys. And so yeah, so then once I've done that, I have to think a little bit. So I have to think about what color does yellow and red make, because if they're overlapping and they're translucent, it'll show that color. And if you look over at the color wheel on the wall, you can see that it is orange. Red and yellow make orange. So I'm going to fill this in with some orange. Oops, I want to add more water to that so it's not as strong of a color. And if you need to dry off your brush, you can use that sponge. And if you need to clean it, we want to clean our brushes when we use a new color every time. We don't want this to be a mess. So our next primary color is blue. So I'm going to paint this big vase blue. I only have one paintbrush with me, but you guys will have a variety. So if you have a big vase, you can get a bigger brush. If you have a small vase, smaller brush, and so on. We are going to try and stay in our lines as best as we can. We want this to look nice. By your age, you should be able to control a little bit better than, let's say, a kindergartner would. Okay, now that I have that all colored in, or painted in, I have to think about what colors do yellow and blue make. And yellow and blue make green. So I'm going to paint a little bit of green in here. Alright, and then lastly, we're going to start over again with red. So, paint this one red. Oops, I accidentally filled that in, but it's okay if you accidentally fill it in a color, because that blue and mixed with the red will end up making the secondary color that we want anyways. So, okay, so blue and red make purple, which is our last secondary color. So our secondary colors are orange, green, and purple. So now I have all my vases the right color. So I'm going to finish this and let you guys get started on painting, and then I will show you the finished product. Okay, so in the end, when we're all finished, we have an awesome way to show how colors mix, and it's just a cool piece of art. So we have our red, and then when red and yellow mix, we have orange, yellow and blue make green, and blue and red make purple. And so, yeah, it's just a really fun way to do that. All right.